is Honey Kessler Amado, and I am an ARCS volunteer. Well, thank you for the compliment about my background. I have done a lot of things over the years in different ways of being an activist, early activist during college against Vietnam, and ultimately also went into politics to work for a candidate for president. And happily, well, take back the word happily, I was glad to have the skills to go with my husband to the Soviet Union during the Cold War to speak to Jewish refuseniks who were not free to leave the Soviet Union and to encounter that system and to seek to activate to free the Jews from the Soviet Union. I went with a skill set that I had as a lawyer, but what drove me into law after working for a political candidate was the desire to change society and to want a skill set that allowed me to go into society and change those things that I think needed changing. Of course, any of us who seek to make changes recognize we may not be able to change everything, but we can change pieces of it, we can improve pieces of it. And so that's what drove me into activism. Family law, because I care deeply about the law, and I felt that family law impacts families, both how they construct their marriages and how they construct their divorces. So that's what drove me into family law. Well, how I learned about ARCS was sort of serendipitous, really, through Professor Ho. So I sit on the CSUN Foundation, you may know that. And the foundation at each of our meetings used to take us and introduce us to different departments. So we would see the breadth and the depth of this jewel of a university. And at one point, we were brought to the science and engineering department. And it was so exciting because I know nothing about engineering. I just know things like you, Spot, fascinate me, and I love it. And I saw all these wonderful students speaking a language that I absolutely could not understand. And I said to each of them, to this group of students, I know that we're speaking a similar language, but I don't understand a word you're saying, but I see your excitement. And I then said to the dean of the department, I had read years ago that scientists and engineers often don't know how to write well, and that holds them back. But I was an appellate attorney, so I had a skill, a writing skill, and I wanted to share that with the students. And in truth, Newt, who's the head of the ARCS program, the head of your program, was the only professor who took me up on it. And that's how I happily, serendipitously found out about this incredible program. And I've been part of it now since pre-COVID, however many years that is, 4 or 5 years. So, and get to work with students and faculty who create magical things like you, Spot. Well, I love writing, and I love science. I have I'm not a scientist, but it's magical. I often think of, and if I had my purse here, I would read the poem by Walt Whitman, the learned astronomer. It's such a beautiful poem about the person who listened to the professor and couldn't make sense of what the professor was saying, but when he gazed into the stars, he was moved by the stars. Spot's my avenue into moving into the stars. All of this science is. On my own, I don't understand anything about you, but you're darling, I get that, and I get to participate just by teaching students how to write about this creation. Well, I'm a retiree, and as I said, I like writing, and I actually love teaching. And so it's been sort of this wonderful meeting of my desire to share my knowledge, to share teaching with bright, exciting students, people like those that create you, that control you, that work with Professor Ho, really exciting, energetic, excited students who also wanted to learn. So it was a really wonderful relationship. And from their writing, I offered each of the students that they could give me their writing, and I would spend a couple of hours reviewing it and then meeting with them to go over where they could improve on their projects. And so I was reading things I knew nothing about and learning, and it was great. It was great. You know, that's a great question, Spot. And I actually think about volunteerism on occasion. I stop and think about, why does anybody volunteer? I believe very strongly that we're all interconnected in a society. My well-being is connected to your well-being, is connected to the well-being of our society. And so if I have a skill set that can elevate your students, the students here, I feel it's incumbent upon me to share that skill set. Especially, I'm retired. This is the most fun time of my life. I can't believe it. This and my grandchildren are like the best things, because the time is mine and I get to do whatever I want to do. And I wanted to share what I have with these students. And others should look at what they have. Everybody has something that they can offer the ARC program, the students, CSUN. Everybody has something that they can offer in any capacity. And so they too might reach out and want to volunteer. It improves ultimately this program, the university, the society, and we're all part of that. Well, I can only speak as a consumer because I'm not a scientist. I know we work closely with JPL. I'd like to see that deepened for all of the students. I know we have a satellite up in space that NASA put up, which is, how exciting is that? I'd like to see more of that. I'd like more people to know about ARCS. I'd like more people to know about CSUN and its science. And I would like to see the fruition of this moon program, where you want to create a moon at CSUN, and that may be the closest that I personally ever get to the moon. So bringing the moon to CSUN is something I'd like to see. And continue going from strength to strength in the next 10, 20, 50 years. So get to see some of your descendants, Spot. That'd be fun. Thank you. That I am the one who is privileged to be part of this. And that even as Professor Ho, Newt, you are so gracious in thanking me, it's my life that's enriched by being part of this. It's my life that gets rich by being part of a science that I don't really otherwise understand. To be able to sit with Emil and Spot and feel like, you know, like he's one of my guys. I want to take him home. First of all, I don't have to feed him. I don't have to clean up after him. I don't have to walk him. I mean, how great a pet is this guy? So I'm the one that's honored to be part of this. So thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, Spot's excited, and so are we. Hope you enjoyed that video. Check out our social media here with links in the description. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. Thank you.